The last time we cooked it was probably at one of the ceremonies,
Yeah,
and we did it outside.
yeah.
Yeah.
And you know, this is the very first thing I ever learned how to cook
Was
from Mom.
Wojapi.
Yep, it's Wojapi.
Oh,
So I
well, that
always
was
think
really
about
special.
that whenever I make it.
Yeah. Well, today we are making this particular Wojapi with champa. In Lakota, we say champa, or in English, it means choke cherries. Okay. So we're making champa Wojapi. Okay. Now we started off here with 6 cups of liquid here, but before we put the water in, this is what we started off with. And these are choke cherry patties. Okay, we pick them when they're ripe, and then we pound them up, and we make patties, and we dry them in the sun. Okay, and these were probably made in August. Okay, so a lot of our foods were dried way back when, because we didn't have no sources, we didn't have refrigeration, so we dried a lot of our foods, and we still do that. So what we did was we put them in water, soaked them for a couple of hours, and then we broke them up in this pan. So this consists, like I said, of 6 cups of liquid. And now that it's really nice and hot, and it was boiling, but I turned it down a little bit. Now we'll add the sugar first.
Add the sugar first. Okay.
Yeah. So we'll let the sugar melt in the mixture here. Okay. And this is probably about almost a cup of sugar that we added in here. The choke cherries are really, they're sweet, but maybe not sweet enough. So you sort of add the sugar to your taste. Okay, so we'll let the sugar melt in there a little longer.
And I was just going to say that's so much of any of the cooking that we do when we're together, it ends up that it's to taste. It's really hard to give definite amounts of, or because you just pour a little and see if that works, and if it doesn't, you add a little more. And some people like their wojapi very sweet, and other people not so much. So it's kind of nice to be able to just cook accordingly.
Right. So now we'll add the thickening agent there, and this is cornstarch. And it's probably about, this much, 6 cups of liquid. And that's probably about 3 tablespoons of cornstarch to a cup of liquid. And then we'll just boil it out. And then we'll just stir it like this until it thickens up, but it should start boiling.
Oh yeah, we use blueberries or a combination. I see a lot of times when a really large amount of wojapi needs to be done, that I'll use frozen fruits, frozen berries like strawberries, blueberries, blackberries, and if you can find the choke cherries, it's always so nice to add them, to have some of the choke cherry. But yes, all kinds of berries work really well.
So hopefully this thickens up.
And I think maybe we need a little more.
Okay, we'll add a little more.
And this is the real treat of a feast, because you can dip your fry bread in it, and it's something that brings the children and the elders a lot of pleasure, because it tastes good and it's sweet.
A lot of happiness. Should we just add the rest of that?
Yeah.
And we'll just cook it, I don't know, I want to say slowly, but because it is boiling, it's trying to boil.
Until it's thickened. And that too is don't you think it's a matter of taste? Like, I've seen it very, very thick and then a little soupier.
It doesn't take very long. Once the liquid is nice and hot and it's boiling, and you put the thickening agent, it just starts to thicken.
Say 5 minutes?
Yeah, 5-10 minutes, depending on how much you're making. I mean, we've made huge pots.
Yeah, this is a really small amount that we're making here. It usually is in much larger pots, so it does take longer.
Yeah, in this case, like choke cherries is special.
Yes.
And it's usually made only during special occasions, ceremonies, just special times, special occasions. And here's some
that
of
looks
the
really good.
here's some of
The
the
choke
dried
cherry.
choke cherries in there. Yeah,
Okay, so you taste it.
I'm gonna let you try it. Is it good?
It's so yummy.
Okay, let me have a bite. Ooh, oh,
I
the
would say
natural
this is
goodness.
one of my favorite dishes.
Very distinctive
Yeah.
taste.
We've
I don't
done
even
good, sister.
I don't even mind the seeds, the pounded up.
I think that's a part of it.
That's
I
what,
like it.
That's what gives most of the flavor is the seed. Okay.
It's
See, now
done.
it's really thick,
Yeah.
and I think it's done. I think we made it perfect.
Yay.
Well, I know we made it perfect. Okay. Ooh, now
Okay,
that's
yeah,
really
now it's-
getting nice and thick. But I'll let you do this part.
Okay.
Whoops. And then
I did turn it off.
there you go.
You want to set it here?
Yeah, we'll just set it there and then we'll try it.
To you, sister. Oh my gosh.
Oh,
We
you
could do a
guys
little
need to
happy
taste-
dance.
Yeah, it's so good. You know what? It kind of has a tangy taste to it, almost like lemony or like
Yeah,
a lemony.
I think
but
from
there's
the tartness of the choke cherries. Don't you think? Mm-hmm. Oh my gosh, it's really good. You guys have to have some.